An unprecedented 1 million plant, insect and animal species are at risk of extinction, many within decades. Scientists on Monday released a landmark report on the damage done by modern civilization to the natural world, produced by a global panel of scientists and endorsed by 130 countries, including the US, China and Russia. Reuters climate correspondent Matthew Green has read it.
The most important thing to realise about this report is that it's not just about what happens to animals, plants, insects and fish species. It's about what's going to happen to us. The authors are very clear that if we continue on the current path we're on, hundreds of thousands, even 1 million species are likely to disappear. And that will have profound impacts in terms of our food systems, how we find our energy sources, and all kinds of other aspects that underpin modern life. The reality is that human beings need nature far more than nature needs us. And the message from the scientists is we can't carry on with business as usual if we want to continue living on a habitable planet.
The report's the largest scientific effort ever undertaken to assess the impact of our modern industrial society on the planet. And it paints a very grim picture. The global assessment suggests only a wide-ranging transformation of the world's economic and financial systems could pull these damaged ecosystems back from the brink of collapse.
We've been hearing warnings from scientists for a very long time. But what's different this time is that there really seems to be a new political momentum demanding genuine change. We're seeing it on the streets with movements such as Extinction Rebellion, the school strike with 1.5 million students and children taking to the streets. And we're seeing it increasingly from governments who recognize that we are facing a dilemma, that we do need to think very radically about what economic systems in the future may look like. But of course, there are still a lot of people making a lot of money from the status quo. And the authors of the report warned very clearly that vested interests would need to be confronted if these kinds of changes are ever going to become possible.